Welcome to another episode of the Gangsta Rap Odyssey. Hey, today we're going to be checking out Benzino's Arch Nemesis. This record came out in 2005. I had the physical copy back in the day. And you know what I want to know is, how does it hold up today? The good, the bad, the ugly. I want to find the verse of the record and where this record really pops, the big time. Um, First of all, though, we should do our due diligence and check out the statistics on this record. All that nerd shit like that the wiki provides. Of course, during this time, Benzino was pretty controversial, not getting a lot of love. But he had formed this alliance with Ja Rule, who had, Murder Inc. had formed an alliance with like Death Row, and there was this unspoken alliance with Rap a Lot, and it was crazy, man. You had to be there, but it was cool. I was like, yeah, I'm riding with these guys, man. I'm down with that shit. The new Row and Rap a Lot Records, of course. All of that, man. I remember just checking out these records and looking for the responses. Ja Rule, Blood in My Eye. I need to do that record, man. I need to really check that out again and do a review on it. Yeah, Ja Rule, Blood in My Eye. What else was going on back then? Yuck Mouth had some underground disses towards the G Unit and all that. So it was a thing, it was a thing. Of course, Ja Rule versus Shady, Aftermath, and all that shit, 50 Cent. And the beef went on and on for a while. They they made some cool shit though. There were some good songs that came out towards the because of that beef. Benzino, I think when Arch Nemesis came out, I'm not sure he was on the source anymore. Was he? Did he give himself like 5 mics or 4.5 mics on Arch Nemesis? He might have. I don't know. I don't think he did. I'm not really sure. But I mean, if we look at the wiki here, we can see that first of all, there's a lot of rating or a lot of features here, like Tupac. There's a lost verse from the Freddie Fox album, I guess, Crazy Like a Fox. But the production, he's got Scott Storch, Hangman 3, of course, which is his in-house producers. And I think he is part of that production group. I don't know how talented Benzino is when it comes to production, but given that this week we just got a lot of new shit from Benzino on the Spotify, like old records I never heard. There's an instrumental on there called rhythmic something, Sentimental Rhythms. So there's some shit called Sentimental Rhythms, and I took a listen to it, and it sounded pretty urban, hip hop ish, and it says ZNO Benzino, so it's not like a copycat, somebody who took Benzino's name. There's a lot of shit on here to look at. So I'll be doing a podcast on these records, let you know what I think about the discography. Maybe we'll do we'll just rate them all. Like, I know there's not a big demand for a Benzino review or a discography discussion, but fuck it. I got nothing better to do, and I don't think anybody's done it. So let's take a look at Arch Nemesis here. The record came out on February 22nd, 2005. Zeno Records was the label. We got some good producers. We got some features like Scarface, that Tupac and Freddie Fox. The professional ratings, All Music gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Obviously, that's cap, Entertainment Weekly gave it a C minus, and Rap Reviews a 6.5 out of 10. I think you got to take those with a grain of salt, man. If look, I wouldn't trust any of these media cats when it comes to reviewing a Benzino record. They're not going to be fair because let's call a spade, man. They're Eminem stans, all right? I don't like to say the Great White Hype's name that much on my show because I don't need it. Not a fan, not a stan, not a fan, any of that. I'll just be honest, man. You got to take Benzino reviews with a grain of salt. And look, I know that the hate is very well deserved. Some of it, come on. Let's not. I can call a spade on this too. Benzino owned the Source magazine and leveraged that for his own gain, and probably some other guys who probably didn't deserve 5 mics too. That being said, he's kind of gangsta, right? It's kind of gangsta. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's all right, man. It's funny, man. It's a piece of history that you can look back and kind of laugh about and think, man, that will probably never happen again. It was dope. You had to be there. It was cool. It was cool. Let's keep it real here. Let's talk about this record. Arch Nemesis. C- 6.5, whatever. How did it sell? You'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. It on the charts, US Billboard 200 peaked at 117, R&B hip hop albums 39, hit 19 on the US rap albums and 12 on the independent billboards. So I don't see any numbers on that. I don't know how many units that actually is, but it is what it is. The album cover itself, it ain't too bad. I kind of dig it. Arch Nemesis, he's standing in front of that illustration of like an angel, I guess. I guess you could say it's an angel with the flames. It's pretty well done, in my opinion. Little cartoony, I guess. I think the Redemption record was a little better, but it's a fucking cover. Who cares? It's a cool cover though. The physical side too, the graphics were decent, a lot of fire around it. I remember opening it up and pulling out the disc, and then you could see the full graphic illustration that he's covering up right here. And it's actually the cover of the DVD. I haven't heard or seen the DVD. I'm tempted to get it for like $10 on eBay. Has like unreleased footage of concerts and all that type of shit. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen Benzino perform live. I've seen him perform interviews, on YouTube. There's a ton of those. So, he's a guy that keeps relevant. Let's just say that he keeps relevant. He's got his own Instagram, his social media, and he knows how to get your attention. So, Benzino. Let's start off, man. Let's play this record out. We'll go track by track. I'll tell you what I think. Fire. Is it whack? Is it just mid? Let's find out, man. Here we go again. All right, we got the intro here. This is produced by Hangman 3. What the fuck? I'm just going to click on it and see what's going on here. Hangman 3. You click on it on the wiki and it just takes you to Benzino. Well, we know Hangman 3 is Benzino's in-house production team. I actually like this intro enough to give it a fire rating, I know it's just an intro, but I gotta say, man, it's fucking dope. And I know you probably heard a lot about me. It's a good way to start off the record. It's going to be tight. The beat actually is pretty, maybe one of the best beats on this record. And it's just the intro. And he's just kind of explaining, step into his world. This is like step your toes. We're just getting our toes wet here, man. It's a good intro. I'll fuck with it, This is what an intro's for. All right. I'm going to give that fire. Then we got It's Nothing here. Who's on the beat here? Rifa. I mean, Benzino starts off hard, man. He's coming hard here. Industry. Yeah, Rifa. Let's see who Rifa is, man. So, man, okay. So Rifa, he's worked with Benny the Butcher. He's still pretty active, man. He's done some shit with Too Short. I don't know, a lot of people I don't really recognize. Oh, we only got 50 Cent here. That's cool. All right, man. So look him up. The beat is cool. Benzino starts off hot. I mean, he's rapping like a beast here. So I fucks with it. I like it. Lyrics are hard, man. He's intense. He's pissed. Why wouldn't he be pissed, man? This is the Arch Nemesis record, right? It's nothing. I mean, he's like the ultimate rival of you know who, right? I mean, he's the Arch Nemesis. for better or worse, you know, whatever, it is what it is. So I fucks with this song though. I gotta give it a fire. It's a fire rating. It's nothing. Great way to start off the record. Let's go to the next track here. Oh, On My Mind, man. This one is produced by M. Brown and S. Janer, featuring the Untouchables. This is good, man. The Untouchables, I don't even know who they were, but they were dope. I've heard they were on Redemption, right? And Made Man, I don't know. I mean, what's the difference between the Untouchables and Made Men? Somebody educate me. Oh man, this is a dope song right here. This song right here, I remember this shit, man. This is getting 3 fucking flames. I used to love this track here. The featured artists here, who is this? It's just the Untouchables. I don't know if that's one guy, 2 guys. I think it's 2 different guys, including Benzino. But they sound pretty good with Benzino. You know, you got to give it to them that they fit their role pretty well. They fit right in with Zeno, and they made a classic song here. I don't say that lightly either. This is a fucking bomb-ass classic song. I haven't heard all of Benzino. I heard Redemption. I've heard some Caesar. What else? I've heard the Made Men records. Right now, though, this might be Benzino's best song. I'll have to make a playlist. I know everybody's dying for a Benzino playlist, but this has got to be the crown jewel. Maybe. We'll find out, man. But I love this. And the Benzino verse at the end, this is definitely the verse of the record. It's the verse, and it comes from Zeno. I'll play it at the end. Let's go on to the next track here. What is it called? Bottles Up, Bottles and Up, Bottles and Up. Scott Storch on the beat here. You know it's a Scott Storch beat. He needs no introduction from me. This definitely sounds like a Scott Storch beef. I think this is the perfect blend of fucking Gangsta and club. You know, if you ask me, perfect blend. I know later on in the record, Benzino tries to get a little more clubby, and it falls flat in my opinion. It's kind of like take it or leave it. But this song right here, this one hits, man. This is definitely in that 2005 style, you know. I think it almost reminds me of some, oh man, back then it used to remind me of 50 Cent for some reason, you know. It just sounded that type of club type of shit. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about this beat in the comments. Scott Storch coming with something hard. And I think right now Benzino's at his best here when he's me mugging, you know, just flossing, lying maybe about how popular he is in the club. I don't know. You know, I've never been to a club with Benzino in Boston. Let me know if you have. Is Benzino really that good in Boston? You know, is he respected or not really, you know? I'm always curious about that type of shit. Beat is tight though. I love it. This is definitely a fire-ass beat. This is a fire-ass track, man. This one probably gets fucking A, bottles up. I'm gonna give it 2 flames, baby. It's a good one. So, dope song, man. We're off to a pretty good start. And then we got You Can't Handle This. No, You Can't Handle It, right? You Can't Handle It. Hangman 3 on the beat. Damn. Hangman 3. This beat's banging. This beat is fucking banging, man. Benzino again doing what he does best, you know. Me mugging, talking shit, you know. Not trying to be your backpack favorite rapper. Just tough guy. Tough guy from the streets of Boston. I love it, man. I love it. We got a dope ass hook here, you know. It's pretty creative in my opinion, you know. It's all Zeno too, but Hangman 3, I don't know if you want to say they're underrated. I like their beats, man. I like their beats. I don't know who the Hangman 3 team is, but back then, a Hangman 3 beat was not to be fucked with. Come on, man. Is this beat not dope? Is this not a dope fucking song? Am I missing something? This is fucking dope, man. Take his hammer off his waist, right? Right. I mean, it's right after right after right. But it's dope, man. It's dope. It's a fun song, man. I love it. One of my favorite on here. I'm going to give it a couple fires, man. It's a double fire song, man. Let's go on to the next one here. What else we got here? Numb. Oh, it's one of the skits. You know, I'm not really going to rate the skits. You know, whatever. I'm just going to skip the skits. Okay, so this was the single to the record. Probably got the most plays. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what the stats are on Spotify, really. But this is Troy Bell. Never heard of him. But he might be on the hook singing, too. That's impressive. It's a cool song, man. It's a cool song. I can't hate on it. You know, it's kind of an answer to the media, to all the haters, like a response where he just talks about, you know, his upbringing in the streets, how he started the source, you know. It wasn't easy. Look, you got to give him respect. He took a gamble and it paid off. Making this magazine, whatever, and then he jumped into rapping and jumped into fucking beefing and shit, and it's just the typical rap career of anybody who raps, really, right? I don't know. Zeno, though, different kind of animal. Just his story is just a little bit more in the spotlight, and he got a lot of hate, that's for sure. So I like to think that this is just a response to all that. You know, he's trying to earn that street cred, or you know, remind people where he came from. He's not going to change any minds, you know. Rap, hip-hop fans, the majority are a fickle group, bro. Fickle. Your hardcore fans, if you have any, will stay with you. But the majority of the industry is pretty fickle, man. Like, they'll move on to the next guy for sure. And I don't think the almighty RSO or Benzino himself was a household name to begin with anyways. So it was an uphill battle for this guy. This song, though, that's what it's doing, man. He's just reminding you of his upbringing. He's got the, you know, just that thug street shit, you know, telling you how he started source, whatever. I think I'm done explaining the actual song. Just check it out. Listen to it. I like it though. I give it a hot rating, you know. It gets a flame, you know. It's not my favorite, but it ain't whack, man. I never skip it. I think it's dope. So, pretty high quality in my opinion, you know. So far the production has been pretty top notch on this record. Newsflash, just a skit. Let's go on to the next track here. Arch Nemesis, the title track of the record. This is a pretty cool track, man. Newsflash. Who does the beat here? Newsflash. Hangman 3's back. Okay. I mean, Benzino's got pretty good flow here. He's still proving that he can flow pretty well. I don't even know how old he was here. What? This was like 20 years ago. It's crazy. I like it though. He keeps it gangsta. If there's anything that Benzino can do is make a gangsta rap track. That's really where he shines, in my opinion. He's doing the same thing right here, man. You know, that's his thing, man. I fucks with this song. I gives it a good rating. It's a fire, man. Let's go on to the next track here. Okay, this is where it gets a little crazy now, man. What's really good? Who is that? Scarface. What? Oh, man. This is where the record pops. You know, Scarface comes in and you're like, holy crap, man. I forgot. Scarface and Zeno are tight. We're getting some street cred here. We're getting a dope ass beat. Who's on the beat here anyways? What's really good? LES. We know LES, man. We know LES. It's cool that Scarface starts off the track, you know. They're talking about snitches and whatever, you know. You gotta love the little digs, you know. I don't want to read too much into the lines, but back then, it could have been anybody, but we know who they were beefing with, so. Scarface, he's always got these underground or these read between the line beefs, you know. you don't even know about them until they're done. It's pretty cool. But you know, ain't nobody fuck with Scarface, right? Nah, nah. Scarface is cool with a lot of people. I like the song though, man. I gives it a good lamey rating, man. And so far, none of these songs have been whack. It's crazy. It's pretty good, man. So I appreciate this track here. You know, we got Scarface, we got Benzino, man. They just talking about smoking weed, keeping it gangsta, having fun, man. These guys are homies in real life, man. You can tell right here on this track. So I fucks with it, man. I love it when people who actually hang out together, you know, these fucking rappers, like you can tell when they're in the studio together or they're homies. Instead of like, you know, I bought your shit off SoundCloud or something like that and put it on my CD. You know, that wasn't a thing back then, man. You actually had to be tight with these rappers. You know, you were tight with someone when you were on the record. Today it's, you know, I can Zoom call my verse in someone, who knows, man. Anyways, what's really good? Dope ass track. Wide Body. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna give this one an okay. It's so bad it's good. Like, it's kind of cringy, but it's so cringy it's good, you know. The beat brokers are on the beat here. You know, I don't know about this hook, you know. Please don't hate, you know. It's just crazy. It's so bad it's good, man. I love it. I can't hate on it, man. I'm not gonna say it's fire. I'm gonna give it the okay though, you know. Benzino, he's starting to, you know, dip his toe into that club music for the ladies. It's not that gangsta, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, his lyrics are a little gangsta, of course, but the beat is kind of R&B. I can't hate though. It's so bad it's good. It's so bad it's good. I might be the first time I ever said that a song is so bad it's good. But this one, you might think it's cringy, whatever, but Wide Body, I fucks with it, man. I'm gonna give it that okay rating. So far I'm enjoying this record, man. I'm loving it still, man. Just like I used to back in the day. That's how it goes. Lil Jon, is that Lil Jon on the beat? No, that's just Lil Jon and Young Hardy and Gambino doing the hook and shit. This was done by Nomad. I don't know who Nomad is. I wish that Lil Jon was on the beat. Lil Jon does make beats, right? Because I can tell when Lil Jon is doing a song, like it's more crunk. This one is kind of like, I don't know, I got crunk from Timu or something, you know. It sounds, I don't know. It's all right though, you know. I would probably give it an okay. Only because I've never skipped the song. It's never offended me. It's all right, you know. And who can't, you know, who can help singing along to some fucking Lil Jon? Okay, yeah, you know, we get all that right here. So Benzino's rapping a little bit faster on here, which is kind of impressive. Benzino, he can manipulate his flow into whatever style he needs to. He writes his own rhymes, so he says. I believe it. I take him for his word. I think lately, though, in 2024, he had a ghostwriter do a diss track. I don't know. Either way, I'm impressed. It's cool. I give it an all right, though. You know, it's not the best. So far, so good, man. So far, so good. You know, we got the Tupac song on the next one here. The skit's interesting, though. You know, I never heard the Freddie Fox version of this. So I was kind of confused when I first heard it. Like, I don't know where this Pac verse came from. Obviously a Freddie Fox track, right? I had no idea. But I fucks with the minute. I like it. I like the way it was done. The thing that's special about this is the point that Benzino is making here, I think, is that him and Tupac were actually in the studio together before, you know, like, or he was around him, like, you know, they've been in the studio with Pac, him and Freddie Fox. Around this time, this Tupac album was coming out that was produced by, was it Shady Records? I don't know, Eminem had done some production and it was all phony bullshit. And Benzino kind of threw it out on this one as a diss, like, hey man, the difference between your crew and mine is that we were in the studio with the realest of all time. You know, that they weren't. Those guys weren't. But Zeno, Freddie Fox, they were. And even Scarface. You know, these people that are kind of like birds of a feather, you know, fighting this unspoken battle against these up and coming rappers that are hot now, that are probably throwing out Pac's name. It couldn't be helped, you know, it couldn't be helped. I like the song a lot though. I think it's fucking cool. I'm gonna give that one a fire, man. What do you guys think about this song? What do you guys think about the Tupac verse on here? Did you hear this verse off Freddie Fox? Did you know where this verse came from? Sometimes, look, I'm not a Tupac expert, so when I hear Tupac on a song, I gotta hit up my homie Dre. Like he knows all the Tupac, man. Same with this one, man. I really didn't know, so I fucks with it though, man. I fucks with it. Reefa on the beat here. All right, let's go on to the next track here, man. I do like the song though. I think Benzino is dope on it. So we got a skit here, and I gotta talk about it because it is cool. Like the beat's dope, you know. Like I can almost step into his shoes. Like I'm actually in the car with Benzino. Like that's how I feel. Like I'm listening to this, and he's just describing the streets of Boston. You know, he's taking a left, taking a right. You know, smashing. You know, whatever. This is a good skit. You know, I gotta give it props. You know, when there's a good skit, I do give it props. I won't just skip over it. This time, the beat is excellent. The concept is excellent. Benzino crushed it here. Great idea for a skit. I never skip it, even though it's a skit. I don't skip it. It's like the intro is dope as fuck. I don't skip it, you know. So let's move on to the next track here. Front back. What do I got here, man? Who did the beat here? Diego Morales. Okay, I fucks with this one. Now I know this one is kind of hugging that line of a little bit too clubby. I don't think so though. I think it falls. I think it could be club and gangsta at the same time, and that's what we're getting here. You know, I fucks with it. I like the way that Benzino is flowing on it. He's making the hook dope. The beat switches up at a perfect moment during the hook. It complements Benzino well, really. You know, Benzino's flow has slowed the fuck down on this one, you know, almost like a whisper, really. And this is the same guy that was just trying to rap real fast earlier. And now we're getting a totally different Benzino. You might feel like the record is inconsistent because of it, and maybe it is. I don't know. Nobody ever said Benzino was going to make a real 5 mic album, right? He has the flexibility to experiment like this and just throw in whatever the fuck he wants, really. And honestly, what did he have to lose? Fans? Nah, man. I think I get the concept that the more versatile he was, the more ears he would have pulled. You know, maybe he would have got more fans or something. Maybe that was the plan. I'm not sure. Either way, he had the freedom to do whatever he wanted. He really had nothing to lose. This song right here shows that he's a little bit versatile, in my opinion. You know, it's just that club shit, but it's gangsta at the same time. It's good shit, you know. I know I'm trying to like explain this shit like a science. It's really not, man. This is an art form, and I'm just telling you my opinion of it. I fucks with the song. Let's go to the next track here. It's a skit. It's funny, but I'm skipping it. So let's move on. Okay, what are we looking at here? Not me. Hangman 3 on the beat here. That's probably why I give the song an okay. The beat is cool. You know, the first time I heard it, I was like, what is this, man? Is this it? Is this finally the R&B track I'm gonna skip? I can't skip it, man. I can't. I like the beat, you know? You know, it's the subject matter is just, you know, obviously it's for a female and whatever, or his relationship issues. It's not that interesting, but it's hella catchy. The song is hella catchy. So I gotta admit, I don't skip it. I give it the okay. It's not fire though. I'm not gonna tell everybody, check out this track. I think it does what it's supposed to do, you know. It's kind of like an interlude throughout this gangsta shit. I can recognize it. I respect it, man. I give it an okay, you know. Let's go on to the next track here. Noche de Gracia. So this one is kind of like a remix or a redone. He did this before on Redemption. I can't help it, man. This one gets like the mid face, like, you know. The hula hoop song, we used to make jokes about it back in the day when we first heard it. It's pretty funny because it was just so bad, you know. It was so bad. Is it so bad it's good though? I can't really say it is, man. I gotta be honest. I can't say it's so bad it's good. I'm gonna kind of give it that mid face, like it can go either way, but it's probably whack, you know. It's probably whack, right? I mean, Benzino, he's talking Spanish on here. I'd like to know if he can actually talk Spanish. Like, I can talk Spanish. Can he have a conversation with me in Spanish? You know, I would like to sit down. And actually, I think him and Be Real did sit in the car and get high. And I don't remember a lick of Spanish being talked. You know, take that for what it's worth. I would love to sit down with Be Real and Benzino and talk Spanish. And really just see how good or bad their Spanish is, you know. I don't know, man. You could skip this song. I wouldn't fault you for it. Let's go on to the next track here. Diamond Girl. All right, this one I have a little more confidence in saying, yeah, it's okay, you know. We've definitely taken a turn here on the subject matter. It's a little bit more light. You know, Benzino ain't really me mugging his gangsta, you know. But I recognize real, you know, I recognize a real quality song. And Street Runner here, he's on the beat. It sounds a little East Coast-ish. Would you count Benzino as East Coast? I mean, it's Boston, I guess so, right? So this is right up his alley, and this is what I would expect. I like it though, man. I fucks with it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give it an okay. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Street Runner is the producer. I've never heard of Street Runner. If you know Street Runner, tell me where I can check out his shit, because I would check it out. I think what he did here is pretty good, man. It's pretty good. So, you know, his flow is okay on here. It kind of flipped up again. Like, you know, it's almost like fast but slow. It's interesting, you know, especially given that Zeno writes his own shit. Like, the fact that he can switch up his flow like this, that can't be easy, man. And I'm impressed, you know. I give him credit for that, you know. I give him credit. What else we got here? JB Floating Skit. Okay, only because the last skit was good, I'll give this a listen here. And I think this is, what is this, just music? I don't know, man. There's a reason why I skip skits. Okay, that's ass. That's ass. I don't know. I don't know why we needed that, man. I don't fucks with that one. World Famous here. This is Benzino and his son. Who is his son? World Famous. Hangman 3 on the beat, featuring 3 Down. I don't know who 3 Down is. Is that his boy? So bad it's good? Maybe. I don't know, man. I kind of give it the mid face. It's corny. It's corny as hell, you know. World's famous. I mean, you listen to the kid too, the things that he's saying, you know, his lyrics. He's got a date with the Olsen twins, both of them, you know. Okay, look, I can give that props because it is so bad it's good. I could go either way with it, man. I don't know if it's whack. So it's gonna get that mid face, you know, like, you know. Beats are right. It's catchy, you know. It's catchy. But you know how many people can put their kid on wax? You know, not a lot of people. So I got to give him props for that. So, I don't know. I think we should move on here, though. All right, good, man. We're back to the Gangsta Zeno here on Killa. Man, I love this song, man. This is produced by Vincent Herbert. Let's see who Vincent Herbert is. Dude, let's see. Credits. What's he been working on, man? Let me see. Anybody I recognize here? Nobody. Aaliyah. Okay. All right. Destiny's Child. This is crazy, man, because none of these guys are real gangsta. Freddie Jackson. It's like Benzino is the only Lady Gaga. Crazy. I don't know how Benzino got his hands on this beat from this guy, Vincent Herbert, but he found a gangsta record. And Vincent worked for Interscope too, not exactly taking phone calls from Benzino back then. Interesting nerd shit, man. Inside baseball. Anyways, beat's cool. We'll move on. The lyrics are dope. You know, he's got the these are the Untouchables, right? I'll fucks with it. This is one of the better songs. I'm gonna give it 2 fires, 2 flames, because it's a badass beat, man. It's a badass song. One of the best on here. It's about time because we kind of went through this drought of just like okay and borderline whack. But now we're back on some dope shit, and the record needed it, man. It's like, oh yeah, this is Arch Nemesis, and it was dope, and then it kind of dipped into like, okay, well, I don't know what this is, but it looks like on the second to the last song, we're finishing off on a strong note. Benzino comes hard on this one. He raps with that fury. This is the Benzino we like. Your label's too nervous. I'm a son of a gangsta. A gun. Oh. Shady Killa. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He rhymes gun with gun and then says Shady Killa. Oh, I think the record popped right here. I don't know. I'm fucking with you guys. I love the song though. I'm gonna give it 2 flames. Dope way to end the record. Almost end the record. Oh, we got some Eminem disses on here. Game over. Woo. Damn. Is that where the record popped? Woo. I think so, man. I think that's where the record popped. It's good shit. Let's go on to the next song here, the last song. Last Days. All right, now you guys know, you might not know, but let it be known, I am not a heavy metal fan. I am not. I know this song has some heavy metal in it, but I like it. It's crazy. Like, what in the world made Benzino, this rapper who owns a hip-hop magazine, throw in some heavy metal? Like, how do heavy metal people do it, man? Like, I'm thinking Beavis and Butthead, man. Yeah. You know? I don't know, man. I don't know if I have any metal heads out there, but you let me know. Is this good or is it bad? Is this so bad it's good? Is that the theme of this record? So bad it's good? I don't think so. Just a couple songs are. Maybe that's what Benzino does. Sometimes he makes something, but it's good. It's so bad it's good. It's a great way to end the record. So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right. Go ahead and yeah. All right. All right. We get it, Zeno. We get it. So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly now. The good, high quality production. Every track, man, is dope. Dope beats, good features, and the features don't feel overdone. It doesn't feel like a compilation. You can tell even the beats that you don't like are pretty high quality. Nothing done in the basement. I got to give it that. Benzino has some highs. He comes correct when he brings a lot of energy, when he's real gangsta, mean mugging, just telling you, he's got a gun, he'll kick your ass, all that good shit. I love it, man. I'm down with that. Benzino also is this guy who has a lot of history, and he brings it on this record. The lyrics, the flow, the things he writes down and spits. It's like a history lesson. A history lesson through the eyes of a man that you can only get from Benzino, the guy who, owned the Source magazine and whatever, and knows everybody. So it's good shit. I love it. I think it's cool. There will never be another Benzino. There just never will. The bad, some of the club songs really don't fit Benzino's persona, in my opinion. I think they start to feel a little bit corny and forced. The Hula Hoop remix song that was kind of in Spanish, I don't know. It's a little cringy, but that might just be what makes Zeno these days. It might be that bad that it's good, but still, I prefer the menacing Gangsta touch Benzino, Hangman 3, that type of shit. That's my favorite Zeno. The ugly is, well, the record, it didn't really sell that well. And it took forever to get on Spotify or any streaming media. So it's probably too little too late, sure. But, for me, look, I randomly just like check out Benzino on Spotify. And last week I saw that his library was updated with some brand new shit. And I was like, whoa, Arch Nemesis. I need that because I had that. And I don't know what happened to that CD. I fucked it up. Happy to have it on Spotify though. Now you can check out Arch Nemesis and let me know what you think about it in the comments. I'm going to have to say, well, before I give it a grade, I gave it, we know the good, the bad, the ugly. The verse on this shit has to be, I know I changed my mind, but really, I think on my mind, that final verse that Benzino had on there was just really hit home. I mean, he had energy and flow, and what he wrote was dope.
The game's changing, I told you. Record labels can't control me. No, I stay ahead, I'm never folding. I'm breaking bread with my soldiers. The hood knows no matter who's in office. It's really hard to choose when the feds is watching. Niggas doing time just for simply selling crack. Never really had nothing but they clothes on their backs. Who I am, then I can make you niggas understand. I got a lot of things on my mind. DA want me up doing all my time. Niggas dropping dimes, police staking out, girls irking my nerves, feel like breaking out. Ones I used to love, don't care how I'm making out. All about the real, don't know what being fake's about.
That's the verse of the album. Where did the album really pop though? I thought maybe it popped when Scarface came in, because I was like, damn, now we're getting gangsta, But it might have popped on Killa, when Benzino himself just came in and just rapped a murderous fucking diss at Aftermath and Eminem and all that, where he dissed Aftermath and like his flow was vicious, his writing was vicious on there. I think it might have popped right there on Killa. I love the beat. He took this guy, Vincent something, who does shit for pop stars, found it a gangsta beat from him, and really made a genius track. I think that's where the record pops is Killa. I mean, that's a double fire track. So, yeah. All in all, I got to give the album, man, I got to give it an A. I got to give it an A, man. I think the bad tracks, there's like two bad tracks, they can go either way. Sometimes they're so bad they're good though. So it's hard to knock this when every other track is fire or excellent. It's hard to give it anything less than an A. Like I don't know if I could give it a B. Even the skits, you can skip them or pull them out. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it. I'm gonna give it the A minus. All right, let's be fair. Let's be right. I'm gonna give it an A minus. That's my opinion, man. I love this record. I think top to bottom is pretty good. I can always listen to it. I think it's real consistent. It's quality top to bottom. There's no denying it. And I think it's worth anybody's collection. Let me know what you think about Benzino in general. A lot of people hate him. I don't know. I don't listen to the noise. I take the reviews on him with a grain of salt and comments and opinions about him with a grain of salt. Let me just say that. But you let me know what you think about it. Do you want me to check out Redemption 2? I don't know. He's got the new library up all over Spotify. I might do some shit there and check it out. So that is Benzino, Arch Nemesis. Y'all let me know what you think. This is the Gangsta Rap Odyssey. Thanks for checking out the channel. Hit that subscribe, share us, whatever. And I'm out. Peace.